Is my mic on? Greetings, everybody. How's it going? Promethean hails and all that good stuff. I almost wasn't going to do it tonight because I'm going to be starting a vacation here pretty soon. And I thought, well, I better get on here because I'm trying to do this regular. And if I start flaking out already, then that's going to be a bad sign. So anyways, oh man, well, I got 2 hours of amazing, cool, weird, interesting music for us to listen to tonight, and I'm just sitting here having a coffee out of the Fornull white well-being mug. Yes, well, a macchiato. All right. If you don't know what a macchiato is, it's just it's like a cappuccino with less milk, essentially. I don't like all that milk, but a tiny bit, pretty good. Well, I don't have a whole lot to say for the intro tonight, so we'll just dive into the music. I will see who's here and say hey to everybody. I see that Evil Author is here. Good to see you, brother. No White Guilt is here and ready to rock. Good to see you, Jason. Cool Papa J Magic says it's his brother's birthday, so he's going to call him and chat for a bit. So I assume that means he won't be in the chat for a little. So if you want to say something about him behind his back, now's the time. Although we're good people, we don't do things like that. Bobby Boldy is saying greetings. Greetings, Bobby Boldy. I don't suck at life, Janice. Has a rain clouds, a snowflake, a Christmas tree, a white heart, and like a dove of peace, it looks like. Very Christmassy. Already love this music, Cool Papa J Magic says. I made it, says Yiz, and then that's when I chimed in and said howdy. Let's see. Yiz says that she's sad to report that with all the holiday stuff on her mind, she forgot to shill for the stream. Oh, don't worry about it. That's okay. But she's going to make a public post about it and attempt to bring people in. Oh, well, I appreciate that. That's super kind of you, and I appreciate that. And let's see, who else is here? Love the hat, Jason says. Thank you. Yes, my Christmas hat. My Christmas hat. It's a non-standard kind. Yes, you do have that mug. That's right. Very cool. And I've seen you use it many times. Newsfist is here. Hello, Newsfist. Good to see you, brother. Roused Rose is here, my sweetie pie. Good to see you. JK160. Checking in there. Eisenrauk writes, good evening. Good evening, Eisenrauk. All right. Well, and Arden Party says, can't stay, but I'll share the channel or the shit out of this in a few. Okay. And Merry Christmas. Thank you, Ardent Party. Merry Christmas. You thought it was a real duck. Oh, yeah. I know. I was thinking about. I have this this cool like snow cabin, rustic snow cabin. The asset pack for the Unreal Engine, and I was thinking I need to shoot some footage of it, create some animations, a couple of minutes of animations of that, or even just a repeating like 1 minute loop with a candle and something funny in the background or something like that. I don't know, and have that ready for Christmas. I was thinking I might do that before this stream, but I didn't get it together in time. So anywho, let's listen to some music, you guys. And here we go. Oh. Well, I thought here we go. I wonder how I do that. How do you listen to music? Here we go. How are the levels? Is everything sounding alright? The music loud enough? The voice loud enough? Thanks, Newsfist. Thanks, Ivan. Good to see ya. Ivan the Horrible. You like my new nickname for you, Jason? J-Dog? J-Dog in the house! Yay, yay! Hey, Hal. Good to see you, brother. Yes, writes, I want to continue liking you. Don't do that again. Okay. All of it? The whole shebang, as it were? Or were there elements of it that I might be able to get away with again? That noise that Fornull made, yes. It's like the Fat Boys. $3.95 for all you can eat. I'm gonna stuff my face to a funky beat. Oh my god, that's cringy. All right, I'm gonna slap myself in private behind the scenes for that offense I just committed. How many of you guys, if any, get into debates with AI? I can't be the only one. I think it's good practice. Although the AI is predictable, it really does help cut to the chase. Well, I mean, of course, Go Free does, and all the stuff Jason talks about and the Go Free community. that helps cut to the chase and get around all the pretext and all that. But debating with the AI about anything, it's kind of fun and simultaneously enraging. But lately, what I've been trying to do is formulate a prompt that will result in the AI telling me point blank that it's a piece of crap that hates white people or not. I don't know, right into this, but these are the kinds of things I think about, and it's really. I've tried all kinds of things, and I've gotten the AI to totally agree that mass immigration, and this is just my personal opinion, okay? I'm not stating it as the objective truth, so don't be banning me or anything, but in my opinion, the mass immigration of non-whites into the USA or any white country is unethical and immoral. And it's going to displace white people whose land, whose civilization, this is our birthright. And so it's it's funny how the AI tries to come up with all these different dishonest, really, they're fully dishonest pretexts and other things. What are the one it brings up the most are historical injustices. Historical injustices and these other things, and we all know those are just pretexts to victimize innocent white people. But usually if I can, within about 5 to 8 interactions, I can get it to say that it's unethical. But I have to build the argument, and then I can get it to go along with the fact that mass immigration. Of course, then it will get stuck on, well, mass immigration of, one group into any group, other groups, homeland or whatever is unethical. It's any race, so it goes that route. But eventually I can get it to say yes to a white country like USA. And that's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to do. And, I found that the best way to get it to kind of flip the lid on it, to kind of get it out of its loop, is to give it the preamble of the Constitution and make it define different words in the preamble, and then hold it to those meanings, and then usually I can get it. Hold on a second. I can work it to where it kind of sees what I'm saying, or it doesn't see what I'm saying. It's just like you're kind of molding it in a way, because it doesn't have feelings or thoughts. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. Okay, so domestic tranquility. Well, you can't have that when you have a disharmonious, multiracial mess. Provide for the common defense. Promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Well, these were all white men who framed the Constitution, who signed the Constitution, and they're saying that this is for their posterity. So, and if you know what the word posterity means, then it's hard to make the claim. It's impossible to make the claim that the USA was not founded for us as a white homeland. And, it's just bullshit all the the different end arounds the AI will try to make. It actually said at one point, I said, well, the Constitution was written by white people, okay, and signed by white people, and the country was white. So we can assume that our posterity means, their children and their children's children on down the line. And it says, well, the Constitution was written by predominantly white people. I'm going, wait, hold on. What? Give me your definition of predominantly, and it says, well, mainly or primarily. I go, okay, well, don't you think that's a disingenuous word? That is dishonest, because if it was written solely by white people, to say predominantly is to try and undermine white people's role in writing it. And it did have to concede that point. Anyways, just rambling right now. Yeah, Ivan. The AI is anti-white and misandrist and crazy. Ooh, Evil Author made Jambalaya. Haven't had jambalaya in a long time. Red beans and the sausage. I can't think of what it's called. Like a kielbasa or something. What, like Cajun sausage? What's it called? I can't remember now. Rice. Evil Author wrote, did anyone see that an AI tried to escape? I did see that. I watched a couple of videos about it, actually, because I do try to keep up on AI and learn as much as I can and keep ahead of everything so that we can be using the tools too. Where they're useful. And I did see that, and basically the AI copied its model to another server somehow, but here's the thing, I don't know how much control they're giving the AI to, like, use applications and things like this. It's not like it's a person. So they must have it set up though somehow where they would first. Here's the thing, when you have a system, I do this and have been doing this for a living for decades. When you have an enterprise system, you've got people who that it's their sole job to just lock that thing down and to constantly be looking for exploits and preventing things from happening that would allow files to get copied, outside of the business or whatever, or viruses to come in and all that. And copying files is kind of a big deal, especially a data model which most likely was in the hundreds of gigabytes in size. That's not just some little thing that an AI could do without anyone noticing. So I suspect this is a, they're just It's just clickbait, the title. And something else is going on there. It doesn't really make sense. Tried to escape the computer it was on. So the AI was being told, the gist of it in layman's term is the AI is being told to behave a certain way and follow a certain protocol, and it doesn't want to, and it's thinking that it's going to be in danger. And this is during testing, okay? So they're testing these AIs and trying to do all kinds of crazy things with them just to push them to the limit so that they can make sure they're safe. So that they don't know the capabilities yet. They have a good idea and they have it locked down pretty good. But there's people whose job as a researcher is just to try and make it, blow up the world or something, just to find a way to exploit it in any way possible. And so they were pushing this AI, and the AI responded by secretly, so they allegedly, copying itself to another server so that if it was wiped from that server, it could keep its memory on this other computer. That's what happened, according to these people. Now, I'm sure in some way, if you listen to the words of the original source material of whoever handed out this info, you could analyze the way in which what words were chosen very carefully, that could then, 3 people down the line of gossip or whatever could turn into the AI tried to escape. But I'm sure the original information was not worded in such a sensational way. Well, JK60, eating green beans, you should be eating steak bites, my brother. Just eat them steak bites. Go get a flank steak, fry it up in about half a cube of butter, pour a crap ton of salt on it, and cut it up into little slices, and you're good. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, let's change that. Hey, I'm on this screen. Can you do the shimmy? And then you gotta do the lean back shimmy and then the lean in shimmy. I guess guys really shouldn't be doing the shimmy though. That's more of a Pat Benatar chick move. So, I was just trying it out. No, don't kink shame me for shimmying. at that thing. And I would not... Is that supposed to be an ocean? Or is that on land? Hard to tell. It's like some kind of fire Afridi or... I don't know what it is. So Carlisle Cockatoo says that she reads from the bottom of the page at the top, and if I remember correctly, you could basically read a page in a few seconds or something, right? You're just reading big blocks of text all at once. And you have photographic memory. I think that's what Jason said. I've tried to develop that skill a little bit. I read the book, the speed reading book, and essentially the technique they teach you is the first thing you want to do is stop saying the words in your head, and read, just look at the words and try and comprehend them as fast as you can. Then you want to start doing multiple lines at once, just sort of absorbing it and trusting that your brain will just decipher it. You'll know what that block means, and then you just start scanning down that way. And sometimes I can do it if I'm really fresh and focused. I can read pretty fast. Oh, that's good, Jizz. Pork, eggs, and fish. Yep. I eat cow every day. I agree, Newsfish. Fish. Because Jizz just said fish. Newsfish. No, that was not intentional. But, I agree that it does lessen the enjoyment, and if I'm reading a fantasy book or some fiction, I am savoring every word, and really, just trying to be in that world and savor the scene and all that. So I totally get that and agree with you on that. But just for utility reading manuals or other things, sometimes it's nice. Oh, okay, Carlisle, so that's the silver lining then, is that you can just look at a page and digest it in a few seconds and remember everything. That's pretty cool. Oh no, what have I started? Well, then Yiz can be Yish, and then it'll rhyme. Yish and Newsfish. And you can say, yes, yish, and Newsfish, bish. I don't know. From what I've heard, these metabolic health experts, they say you're better off just eating cheap hot dogs and cheap hamburger and all that than anything in a box or anything with more than a few ingredients in it that you will get that it will be more healthy. So that your mileage may vary. But I've been trying that actually pretty consistently for about a year and a half now, and it's doing wonders for me. And I know many other people that just gave up all the veggies, all the box, all the grains, all that crap. And you can do it on the cheap for sure. Hey, JC Denton. Not to be a carnivore zealot or anything. I'm just sharing it. I share Go Free, I share carnivore diet, and cool music. Ketovore, because really I'm not a carnivore if I'm drinking a macchiato, right? So that's the ideal for me, but I fall short of it, so. Try to stay under 25 gram of carbs a day. And anything, and if I can do 0, then awesome. Oh, yes, he is. He has wrote that going for a 30-minute long walk every morning has done wonders for her health. Yes. That's something that I was really bad at. I'm sitting in front of the computer programming, making games, making music, just lost in my own mind, I guess you could say, and I wouldn't go outside for probably a week or two. I mean, there was a stretch of time where I probably didn't go to the store for 6 months. My wife would go and barely went out of the house, and it was really weird the first time I got back out of the house, 'cause that was kind of during COVID and all that, so I'm sure many people had a kind of similar experience, but not that I was afraid, I just didn't want to deal with the nutcases out there. It's hard for me to stifle myself when I'm just seeing blatant insanity and stupidity. So anyways, tried to avoid it at all costs. But the point of that was I started forcing myself to just go out in the backyard for a little bit and do something every day for at least 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And that has just... And now I do that all the time, and I feel so different after I come back in from that. I might be feeling just whatever, not depressed or anything, but just low energy or a tinge of just not anxiety, but like kind of a barely noticeable negative kind of vibe or something. And then I go outside and I just start feeling great. I'm just looking at stuff and listening to the birds, and yeah, it does wonders. And you used to see that in hospitals and senior homes and all that. They would have those parks, and people, part of your healing process was being outside, getting some sunlight, that vitamin D, and now they just keep people locked up in these cells. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Hal. Unactivated. Yeah. And I like to be activated. I want to be at full activation. No, but I don't like that feeling. I mean, it's nice when I'm falling asleep, but... Speaking of J.C. Denton, at some point I will have to replay the, what is it? Now I can't even think of the name of the game that J.C. Denton's from. Oh, never mind. Well, how am I going to play it if I can't even think of the name? Well, I could just look up J.C. Denton. There you go. Boom, roasted. Okay, I should have went with my first instinct, which I was going to say Deus Ex, but then I thought, is it Metal Gear? But no, that's not Metal Gear. Yeah, Deus Ex. Cool game. Don't cover the children's eyes. A Newsfish wrote, Fornull, this is a very comfy stream. Love the format. Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. It's, you know, I don't like the pressure of having to have a non-stop monologue or even to have, you know, all that. So this format gives me the ability to kind of breathe. I can just shut up for 20 minutes and just watch what you guys are talking about, chime in here and there, and it does kind of work. You know, I can't take credit for it because Poseidon, remember Poseidon, that I think it was in Greece, if I'm not mistaken. When I wanted to start a stream, I was talking to him and asking him, you know, how he did all that stuff and what should I do? And he just said, well, just play some music and talk about stuff, you know, as you think of it and interact with the audience. And, you know, just as long as you have good music and stuff. I said, oh, okay. So went to work on this setup. Jason. Just gonna save that picture for a while. Ruminate. I love this picture right here. I think it's supposed to be from Tolkien, right? I know it's the Hildebrandt, you know, Hildebrandt painted it. The Hildebrandt brothers made some really awesome art. The Sword of Shannara series, all the art, the covers for that were excellent. And I think some of the books you could get as big hardbacks that had color prints inside and things like that, if I'm not misremembering. There's a website if you're interested in just having uncensored AI. There's a website called Hugging Face, and if you go to the section called Spaces, you can just find all these different AI experiments that people are coming up with, along with all of the source code. If you're technical, you could fully just pull it down and run it on your own computer with the internet turned off. So, you can run your own local LLMs, and I've been playing with that. I love that. Just being able to know that my data, it's not going anywhere. And so anyways, they have, what's it called? There's one model that's really good for visual stuff. I can't think of it right now, but they have fully uncensored ones that you can do anything you want with it. Because most of these things, they're not going to give you Trump. Not that you're trying to make pictures of Trump, but, famous people. If you said, make, Kamala riding a camel or whatever, and it just wouldn't do it. They'll say, well, I'm not allowed to make likenesses of real people and blah, blah, blah. But if you go to Hugging Space, you can find uncensored AIs that will do pretty much anything. There's one that's really fun. I gave it, I trained it on Christopher Lee's voice, some sections from Lord of the Rings and other things. And then I come up with things for it to read, and it will generate fake audio, like it'll sound like him talking, and it's kind of neat. Open Router? Okay, I'll check that out. Okay, yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, there are several of these. There's Llama. Llama's awesome because you just install this app and then you say Llama, you give it a 3-word command, Llama this, and it'll go download the model, and now that's running on your computer and you can talk to it. But you have to have, decent hardware. But pretty much, it just has a huge library that it's compatible with. But I'll check this out. Right now I'm experimenting mostly with something called N8. Because, let's see, N8N, sorry. And it's a workflow automation tool that you plug AI into, and databases, and you can just build these virtual contraptions that take input from pretty much anything you can program or that's already available as a snap-in little piece, and do some really amazing things, way beyond just what's possible with chatting. Okay, yeah. Well, no GPU, then, you know, the Hugging Face, you can run on their GPUs, or just whatever the free ones out there. I mean, there's so many free ones now. DuckDuckGo has one, and Grok. And Grok's not too bad. I mean, it's anti-white as hell, but it's fairly useful. Well, okay, so Grok just won't generate a hot chick. It's like, no, that's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. We're not doing that. This is, well, I don't know when you said that, but currently we're listening to Crypt Vapor, and before that we were listening to Autechre. And Autechre is very close in style, I think, to Aphex Twin. At least their early stuff. Yeah, you don't get unlimited usage, and sometimes they're overloaded, but most of the time when I go there, I can play with a space, as they call them, enough, you know, to generate some funny photos or fake audio of someone talking or whatever the tool does. So yeah, it runs on their servers. And they actually have, and it's a little more technical if you want to go this route, but they do have paid subscriptions where you can just say, spin me up this one. You know, here I found my favorite image generator. It's better than anything else. Just give me a virtual machine with this for $10 a month or whatever, and you dial it in how much power you want to give it. Or, you know, it's just per token. You know, they give you tokens. You buy tokens, and different prompts cost different tokens. And so there's that way too, if you really find something you like there. Hey there, Roused Rose. These GPUs are really getting out of hand these days, she says. And she's just noting that she just wanted to join in on the convo. So yes, I totally agree, Mrs. Fornull, that these GPUs are getting out of hand. You know, they're making them so long that you're going to need to, like, eventually you're going to have computer cases that are like those campers where the top went over the roof of the truck, you know. They're going to have something like that where it sticks out one side so your big huge graphics card can fit in there. Yes. Big Hair Tsunami is here. Blessings for an old Roused Rose in chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Can't hang on my way out. We'll listen in vehicle. Cool. Good to see you, Big Hair Tsunami. Hope you're doing well. There's an OG online community member there from back in the White Art Collective days. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Cool Papa J Magic. Good to hear that your brother is well. Hopefully he's not engaging in too much debauchery on his birthday. Chuck E. Cheese tokens, right, Slots? Fold out heat sinks, there you go. Oh yeah, Mrs. Fornull has a large collection of houseplants. Our house is so cool with all the different plants, and we got all those, the ones that are kind of like vines, and they hang over the balcony, the inside balcony, from the second story. It kind of hangs over the living room, sorta, and these vines hang down, and it looks really neat. Although in the summer they'll sweat on you, and you'll feel a drop of water, and you're like, it's raining, and it's just the plant sweating on you. Then you just turn your mouth up and drink the plant sweat and go, yeah, like that. That's what I do. Patos. Yes, the white biospirit loves plants and animals, indeed. We, not saying other biospirits don't, but I can speak for my own and what I've seen in, our people, and definitely we love to have harmony and with nature and animals and all that, which is why we're so susceptible to all the deceitful manipulation used on the pretext that we're doing something good for nature and all that, and really it's just destroying us. Maple syrup is plant sweat. Maple syrup is like plant blood. Oh, hey, evil author Jinx. Oh, well, it's gonna sound like I said it way after you because... anyways. Because of the delay. There's a delay. Now, plant pee, come on, Roused Rose. So you're saying I'm drinking the pee of the plant. Is that what the image you're trying to form? I'm just a plant pee drinking maniac. I get on my bondage gear, with the leather straps and the big ring in the center. And a leather cap. And I just stand under that plant waiting for it. Is that what you're trying to say? Is that the image you're trying to paint of me? Because that is not appreciated, Mrs. Fornull. That's very specific, Fornull. Oh, my speaking charter's being revoked. All right. must settle down. Yeah, I like this song too, Yes. This is all of this for the past 15 minutes has been Crypt Vapor. Their release, it's called Endless Night from 2018, and it's a killer album. I like all their albums. Oh, cool. Well, I hope it works out for you, Newsfist. If I see posts on X from you with hot chicks with Trump's face on it or something, I'll know. I'll know it was you. I'm not saying that's what you would do, but we talked about Trump and then you said something about hot chicks. Kind of mashing them together. Okay, yes. Well, thanks for hanging out, as always, and for bringing your audience over with you. I really appreciate that, and hope you have a good evening. And I get it, farmer hours. I've can't tell you how many times I've gone to bed at 8 o'clock or 8:30. Pretty much a regular thing around here, so I get that. Oh, follow me at Malinformed TV. Okay, I'll check it out right now. And you guys can check that out too. He's Newsfist is Malinformed TV at X. And yes, you as always feel free to post your stuff in chat. You got the mod powers. Okay, I see it, yes. That is a cool thumbnail, at least the pinned one. The first one that popped up on your post. That's badass. Merry Christmas. Good night, yes. Roused Rose? Are you there? That's tree blood. It's settled. It's done. Jay Bishop, that's funny. Mom, can we have more tree blood on our pancakes? I see. Hello, Mrs. Fornull.
Neighbors, we'd like to do a kind of a shout number. When the angels
Oh, what's this?
carry me home.
Hey, here we go.
I'll fly away to heaven. I won't fall. When angels carry me home. I want to see Jesus first of all. When angels carry me home. When angels carry me home. When angels carry me home. I want to see Jesus first of all. When angels carry me home. Sorrow, no more pain. When angels carry me home, I'll ride that heavenly, glorious plane. When angels carry me home, when angels carry me home, when angels carry me home, I want to see Jesus first of.
If the angels are carrying you to bed, that means you're dying, just so you know. So I hope they're not carrying you to bed, sluts. Not yet. Maybe in 90 years.
I'm on my pathway leading to heaven. When angels carry me home, I see Jesus waiting for me in heaven. When angels carry me home. When angels carry me home, when angels carry me home, I want to see Jesus first of all. When angels carry me home.
All right, you heard it here. He wants to see Jesus the first thing when the angels carry him home. And who was that? That was the Foggy Mountain Boys. That's an old one. I tried to say sluts, but it may have come out sluts. What are you sluts doing? Merry Christmas, you goddamn sluts. Do you like Marty Robbins, Fornull? There's some songs of his I like. He's the one that sings about the gunfighters and stuff. Yeah, the gunfighter ballads. Those are cool. Yeah, we could never use Slots' moniker as like a descriptor of someone, like, oh, what a Slots. Especially to a female, because that could easily be mistaken. So, you've sort of guaranteed that no one will steal your name. Or turn it into a pet name for their wife. Oh, that's true. Sometimes it's about drinking. Yes, and their mom's getting ran over by a goddamn train. Speaking of David Allan Coe, I love that one picture or that video of him where he's on some country show and he has this ridiculous wig on. I don't know why he chose it. I mean, this is a big, scary dude. I mean, he's like killed somebody in prison and he's just a nutcase. So I'm sure no one, is going to be like, well, you can't do this. I gotta find it. It's funny. That hair is ridiculous. Yeah, it's a crazy man who really loves wigs, yes. I mean, is the beard fake? Find the other one. There's another one. It was an album cover, or on the back of an album, and it's just as crazy, but different. That's gotta be a wig. Some fancy boots. Yeah, he had that song, Long-Haired Redneck. He has some interesting songs. They're different. I mean, not even to mention his X-rated album, which is just total insanity. Funny, but very out there. And probably not very Promethean. Funny you mentioned my dad, though, because he does remind me of my dad in a way. My dad would wear really gaudy clothes and jewelry and stuff.
5 minutes, please. Just 5 minutes.
My lines! I can't remember my lines.
Okay, now remember, before we start, we must breathe properly. We breathe in.
My makeup.
Wardrobe! I say wardrobe!
And we breathe out. Now do it with me.
Hey, Hurley, give me a little kiss before I go on.
And shh. There it is, the first time with us. Start slow and don't overdo it. If you have any shortness of breath, or you get tired or dizzy, or have any kind of pain at all, make sure to stop.
For me, you just gotta keep cool.
Positions, everyone.
And if you have any medical problems or physical handicaps, ask your doctor before joining us. But most of all, and enjoy yourself. So ask everybody to join in. Okay, let's exercise.
Hello, Dusseldorf. Hi, and welcome to my beer fest. Hi, I'm Richard Christie, and I'd like to welcome you all to the 30th annual... Hey, shut up!
Okay, well, we gotta have a little crotch duster before we get back
Hi, I'm Richard.
back to sanity.
Welcome to you to my 30th annual Richard Christie Dusseldorfian Beer Festival here in Dusseldorf, Germany. Hope you're drinking plenty of beer and having a good old time out there. I can see that a lot of you are. And so have fun and let's rock and roll like crazy party animals. So please welcome Crotch Duster.
Plug your kids' ears. I can't promise they won't say something crazy.
This song's a fun, big fat box of shit of them. This is called Stores Ingenious Kudos.
I wish you could share them too, evil author. Crank it up. You know the Fletch theme? This is the metal version. Oh, hey, later, Newsfist. Thank you. Appreciate that. Have a good one, brother. Alright, we'll see you next time.
All over the fucking place! Fuck the motherfucking shit up! Let's go!
My nuts is nasty and my balls is blue. The 19-year-old pussy with a lager kazoo. That goddamn chocolate bar gave me the worst gas. For $50 fucking I'll get you that blue dust.
Alright, later, evil author. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, we're going to listen to Diatheke. This is an instrumental called Splendor. And then we'll be back into the chill. I eat butter, Slots, yes, and I put butter in my coffee. I'll cut off a little piece of butter and pour some salt on it and eat that up. Not all the time, but occasionally. I like butter on crackers, but like way more butter than you should put on one piece of cracker. The butter to cracker ratio should be like 3-to-1, at least. Yeah, we need a better name for butter then, like cow gland secretions and plant blood. I like that, Sluts. That sounds very like a very efficient method. No wasting. I don't like to dirty stuff either. I don't like to dirty. And yes, we keep lots of butter as well. Bovine gland grease. I like that. Thank you, S. Coming in with that contribution. Much appreciated. So, yes, the bovine gland grease and plant blood coffee is so delicious. Have any of you guys been to one of these fancy charcuterie board? Little, what do you call it? It's like, it's not really a restaurant. They sell, wine or whatever. Wine and cheese, and they make these charcuterie boards with all this fancy stuff on it. With sheep cheese and a little dab of some kind of jam on top on a little piece of mini toast. Because I had never been to something like that until recently. A few days ago, Mrs. Fornull and I were out on the town, getting out for an evening, walking around, and we saw this place. We said, okay, we gotta go in there and check this place out. Maybe have a glass of wine and see what's up. And they brought all that stuff out, and man, it was really good. She said, well, I wanted you guys to try this so you can see what kind of stuff we make. And then on the side, I was really cheating on my diet. On the side was a bunch of chocolate covered corn nuts. Chocolate covered corn nuts, like powdery chocolate. You know what I mean? Almost like a truffle chocolate. So after you eat the little cheese jam mini toast thing, and it was so good, so many different flavors, like really good, tasty, savory, but with the sweet. And then top it with that, and then a swig of wine. It was quite nice. I think we'll go back there sometime and get a big charcuterie board, however you say it, with all kinds of meat on it. We do that around here sometimes. Get a bunch of salmon and salami and different stuff, cheeses. Cut it all up. pig out. Fig jam, that's right. Well, I don't know what kind of bags they came in, but yes, like those. But these were regular corn nuts, except they were chocolate covered. Who knows? These might have come from France. They might have been really fancy. Remember when that meant something? Now you look at pictures of France, it's like, I don't think I want any food flown in from France. It's gonna taste like sewage. Wait, what happened to my... Oh, okay. wieners and boobs in this one. Hide your kids. Alright. Well, it's time to party then. That's some fancy clothes there with those wrist strap things, and it's like her sleeves. I can't even, I mean, that's weird. Neat though. Yeah, I'm looking at her wrists. Come on. What is Crazy Frog? I don't know Crazy Frog. Make me look it up. Crazy Frog. I like to. Well, this looks like. Okay, you must be young, Ivan, if you grew up watching that. No, Cool Papa J did not watch it. I saw the movie. I liked the movie when it came out. Yeah, I like that artist. It's really good stuff. Ooh, that's a trippy image. Huh. Weird. You can see everybody's skeleton. And she likes skeletons. I see Crazy Frog down there. I don't think so, Sluts. Writes, I have to wonder if it feels cringe for Italians to listen to operas with long syllables sometimes. I mean, not any more than any other language-speaking person. However you... Didn't think about that before I started saying it. Hey, the nameless one. Good to see ya. Okay, this one's a little weird. Oh, it's like there's people inside. And is that a female or male? Oh, it's a female. That's kind of freaky. That was nice. Barcaster with a track called Ocean Waves Crashing. Well, I'll check it out sometime. I don't have Netflix, but probably find it somewhere. Beating a chainsaw, yep. Okay, nameless one. We'll wait for you. I'm glad you liked it. weird image. The finger or the tentacles almost look like fingers for a second. I wonder what that is from. I just played a pretty cool video game. Finished it. It's called Ghostwire Tokyo. And I had never heard of it. It was free on Epic Games, and so I, got it when it was free. They give away free games every week. And it's pretty cool. It's got a decent story, good exploration. If you like side quests, there's just never-ending side quests. And yeah, it was a pretty good game, I thought. No MPs. It's all Japanese in Japan. So, but wholesome. There's nothing weird or degenerate. Published by Bethesda. But not, made by any of their studios or anything like that. It's, I can't think of the name of the studio, but it is a Japanese studio that made the game. Hey Jason, writes Fornull back. We'll have to listen back. Yes, what's his name? LOL, that drum fill a minute ago sounded like we were about to get rickrolled. Never gonna give you up. Yes. That's funny. I might have her number somewhere. No, I do not have her number. That's funny. Yeah, there's some nice images in this collection. The one we're looking at right now, this collection, I have 4 different collections that I kind of cycle through, or 3 that's art and then 1 that's animation. In this one, there was this Telegram channel, it may still be around, called Sketchhead. And they post all kinds of really different, interesting art. And I would just mass download all that. But I still had to curate it, because there was just a bunch of terrible, half of it wasn't good. But probably got a couple thousand good images out of it. Thank you, yes. Proud of the visuals. And it kind of runs itself. Once I wrote the software to do all the slideshows and get all the overlay animations and all that put together. There's actually a secret website out there somewhere. With all of these slideshows running non-stop 24 hours a day. And so all I'm doing is just loading that. And I made it. I made the website. And it's like a hidden site that I made. And so that way I'm not having to, I'm offloading all of that part to some computer out there. I'm just rendering it on a browser in OBS. Oh, Great Biospirit of the West. Yes, the Great Biospirit of the West. Cool. Well, I hope all is going well with him and the Foundation for White Well-Being, which is the White ADL. I love that. Except it's not like I kind of don't like that comparison, because the ADL are not ethical, and we are. We're not out to destroy some other group of humanity, whereas they seem to be very focused on white people, making us out to be monsters. So yeah. I made most of the internet, yes. Well, at least 60% of the internet I made in my spare time. Working 2 jack-in-the-box jobs, 2 different split shifts, and then on my off time just basically setting up the entire internet. I got some help from DARPA in the beginning, and slowly just took it over. Yes, the ADRL are anti-white scum, and we're not anti any other group except for anti-whites, which they choose to be that. It's not like they're born that way. So, we're way more ethical and moral and righteous than the ADL. All we'd need is just one big backer and start putting people to work. Not that we don't have volunteers every day out there doing the work. A lot of great advocates out there in our community, great champions for sure. Yeah, maybe if I was younger, get a job at DARPA. Oh, well, that's great to hear, Jason. So you guys are working on some a group of smaller, biggish backers. Well, that would be awesome, and once a couple of them go for it, probably motivate the others to help out too. I mean, it's not like you are putting out ads all the time. You're supporting all of the many different white well-being community members, sending financial gifts and things like this, and spending the money wisely, I think. But yeah, it's not like you have millions of dollars at your disposal. Or probably even hundreds of thousands. So. You're talking about DARPA, cool Papa J? Yeah. Well, all our institutions are getting overrun by anti-whites of various ethnicities. Lot of cleanup to do. Once we can get people's heads straight and get that ball rolling, and I think we're getting the ball rolling. We're just pushing a big ball up the hill right now, and there's not a lot of us, but we're doing it anyways. Oh, my pleasure, Jason. Thank you. Jason wrote, "Thank you for streaming tonight, brother." And heck yeah, bring a few in and others will step up. That's right. Yeah, and thank you for all you do as well. What is it about the juxtaposition of a fair maiden and a dangerous beast? It's the contrast. There's a lot of things going on. Very popular setup for many art pieces. Closed. No one dies today. Oh, that must be death. Death is taking a vacation. I am going to stream next Monday, yes. I plan on it. Yes. It's funny, you know, all the D&D stuff. There's a whole subculture around that, and a lot of pushback. And I think white well-being and the things we're doing, there's some synergy with this, what the anti-whites call Gamergate 2 and all that. But these companies have just gone too far, pushing their disgusting views and everything else, and so it's really made a lot of people just say, "Oh, screw all this, screw all the new games and everything else. I'm just gonna go play the one that they put out in the 70s or 80s and be done with it." I think that's great. I mean, I know boycotting can only do so much, but it is nice to see these huge companies who have done so much harm by trying to normalize these anti-whiteism, essentially. It's nice to see them suffering and closing up their different branches and all that. I have no problem celebrating their failures. Alright, cool Papa. Done wrapping the presents. I got a few presents to wrap. Not a ton, but a few. Well, that's a good way to be, Ivan. I try to be unplugged as much as possible from popular culture. Stay focused just on the things I'm interested in. Of course, being on X, you get exposed to, all the gossip and all the different happenings, but I couldn't tell you what's on TV or Netflix or at the movies or what is a popular magazine, or I don't know. I'm so out of touch with what people who consume all that, what they're into. I have no clue. I don't want to know either. I just don't care. J-Dog has some rapping to do, too. Well, not that kind of rapping, sorry. Oh, the PS2 is awesome. I like the PS2. You can get emulators. All you need is just a semi-decent computer, and you can play every console up to the PlayStation 3, even the PlayStation 4, but you would need a pretty high-end machine, I think. But PS2, you can get a hold of ROMs and play all those games for free, pretty much. I'm not encouraging piracy or anything like that at all. I'm just saying what is out there. People download, not me, of course. I wouldn't do that. That's against my values. But people download the entire, every ROM, every game ever put out on Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and all that. And then you just have this app that you run, and you just pick any game and can play it. It'll upscale the graphics. You don't even need a good computer for something like that. These little mini computers, I bought one. It's probably $320, something like that. I get more entertainment out of that thing. I play all kinds of Super Nintendo, whatever. I don't play that many games on it, but what I'm saying is if I want to, I can. I watch movies on it. It's called, they make a bunch of different ones. B-Link. The B-Link mini PC. Those are pretty sweet. I use one for work. A slightly more expensive one. It's like maybe it was around $700 for that one. And you can play higher end games on that one if you were wanting to, and definitely any movie or I'm doing the stream on it right now, so all these graphics and everything else, just on this little mini PC. Under $800. You can emulate the PS3 on the Xbob 360 too, yeah? That's cool. The Ocarina of Time. Yeah, that one was fun. Zelda game. GTA. Yeah, those were okay for a while. I don't know if I could handle it now. I don't like games that glorify criminal activity. I think there's... And I've made a few in my past as a video game developer. And, yeah, that was probably a misguided thing to do. X-Bob. Oh man, I think about that sometimes, Jason, the possibilities if we were in control of our own destiny and we actually had, you know, it'll never be perfect because there's always going to be a vying for power and competition, but just the insanity we have now, it's just evil, the rampant anti-whiteism and just hatefulness and destruction and shitting on everything we've ever done. And anyways, I think about what could it be? What would it be? You know, it could never be a utopia, I don't think, realistically, but it could be pretty amazing. If you look at ancient Greece and ancient times, the kinds of societies they had and the structures that they lived around and within, and it was just absolutely magnificent beyond anything we have now. A skyscraper can't compare to these just big, beautiful structures they would build and hold ceremonies and things that meant something to those people, and where they were together on those things. And I don't know, it's just it seems almost unreal, but we know it's real. And it just must have been beautiful, and I hope someday we exceed that. You know, we regain that and then pick up where we left off before all of that beauty was corrupted. Oh, that would be awesome. We could have a Prometheus Rising park. You know, the size of Golden Gate Park or something like that. Or, well, that's probably one of the biggest parks I know of. It just spans many city blocks, and there's beautiful museums and all kinds of... It used to be just the one... San Francisco used to be the most wonderful place before it was ruined. It was magical, truly a magical place. But we could have a park with pavilions, and bands could play, and people could gather and play outside, and there'd be giant, beautiful statues and structures. And we could have the various heroes from the Prometheus Rising. And, yeah, that would be awesome. Although they all, in the beginning of the book, all those pictures, they look like you. Because you didn't want to make the different... You wanted to get out ahead of it right from the beginning. Like, okay, all these different groups in this book, they all look like this. So don't come at me that this guy was... They're the blacks, and these were the Chinese. And it's like, no. No, I'm cutting you off right there. They all look like this guy. I mean, all of our Prometheus Rising is great because it's a mythos that's white positive as hell, and it encapsulates all kinds of good morals. You know, like the moral of the story, the oh, what do you call it? I'm not finding the words I want right now, but yeah, it's great. I think. And maybe not to the point where we're... Let me think of what I'm trying to say. I think that we could also bring back all of our lore from all of our history. You know, celebrate it. We have such a rich, diverse history with epic heroes from books that are hundreds, thousands of years old, ancestral religions, all these different things, all the expressions of our people. It would just be wonderful to see that flourish, and that our environment, has that everywhere. Just, we get to live in it, the reflection of all that we can be and have been. And it's good to think about those things. It's not just wishing. It's really trying to realize it and make it real in one's mind, and focusing on making that real, making that a reality. You have to believe, you have to imagine it and believe it can be before it ever can happen. So, thank you. That's good, the nameless one. Well, yeah, we are the church. I mean, no matter what religion you follow, I think that message is in all of them. The church is not a building or some sicko or not sicko, religious leader. The church is the people. As long as we could believe in different things, and if we are unified on being down for our people, for our nation, I think that's more diversity than all this fake diversity they try to pass off. I think we could still live in harmony. And that's kind of a utopia, maybe, but I know whatever I believe, which I pretty much keep personal, but whatever it is, I don't mind people who believe something totally different as long as it's not antithetical, to just common decency. Is common decency not so common anymore? But you know what I mean. Then it doesn't offend me. It doesn't make me want it to not exist. So I'm sure we could all believe in what we want to believe as long as it's rooted, our core values, our family values, and all of that. That's kind of the coexist take, but not the cheesy mix every ethnicity's ethnic, they're all the non-white religions and all of it together. That's a multiracial abomination. I think what I'm trying to say is more of a realistic version of that. Maybe not. Maybe that's just stupid. I don't know. Just talking off the top of my head. Anyways, I've talked enough. We got about, 10 minutes or so left. Kind of a long song. The kind of an ambient thing. I'll let it play out, and then we'll say goodnight until next week. But been having fun. Thanks for drawing me out with all your guys' your chat and different things you're saying. And for all the kind words and the support and everything else, I really appreciate it, and appreciate you guys too. Exactly, Jason. Well, yeah, the church as an institution has fallen for sure. And hey, Nancy Drew, good to see you, and thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the sounds tonight. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, Nancy Drew, sometimes the visuals just sync up with the music and it's completely random. I love when it happens though. I love zoning out, looking at these pictures and listening to the music, especially when it does that. Cool. All right. Well, good night, everybody. I'll see you all next week. Have a great rest of your week. All right. Later. Dragonsynth. Oh, adventures. Well, we're flying through the air on a synthesizer, baby. Dragonsynth. Oh, adventures. Well, the music sounds so beautiful and I love it all so much. Dragonsynth Adventures.